Well, okay, so I'm gonna trust that you're looking away from the screen. Okay, so this is the next character. So who is this?
Hey, you.
This isn't the same bug.
Different character?
Different one. Different one.
Okay. Okay, so going by our previous track record, my first guess is not going to be correct. So you are yellow, which means sun is out. You are. You are lovers. Final answer.
You are correct.
Are you freaking kidding me?
This is lovers.
This is lovers.
Yep.
This monstrosity thing that looks like it has a six pack in this picture is called lovers.
Yeah, that's lovers.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do throughout this entire video. I'm going to guess the name that I think is the least likely to be the name. That's just what I'm going to go with.
All right. So lovers is pretty interesting. It's the size of a microscopic little bug. And so what the user will do is that he will implant it in somebody's ear, and it will dig around in their head and all that sort of stuff. So this is to kill them slowly, if I remember right. But what it really does is that any damage the user takes will be reflected on the person he planted lovers on.
That sounds
So he will. What? I'm sorry. What?
That sounds very kinky.
And I think I'm starting to think that that's why it was called lovers, actually, because of that. All right. So next one. So if you don't guess this one right off the bat, I'm going to be very mad at you because this is the most obvious one ever. You're looking away from the screen.
No.
Are you looking away from the screen?
No.
Gator,
No.
did you die? You're not saying anything.
Hi.
He died.
Hello.
Okay. Are you looking away? Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Are you looking away from the screen?
Just send us to the picture.
All right. Who is this?
Hi, priestess.
Gator, what's your serious answer?
I want to say sun, but I know it's not going to be right, but that's my answer.
That is Sun.
Thank goodness. Finally, something made sense on the show.
And the Sun. So the only reason the Sun looks like this is because the creator of it, Araki, when he got to the Sun, this was all he could think of. So the Sun is the Sun, actually. Trusting you're looking away from the screen. All right, Gator, who is this?
Alright. My first thought is Death 13. Probably not it, though. But, probably not Cream. Probably not Judgment. Well, actually, that could work. Probably not High Priestess. Death 13, final answer.
That is Death 13.
Yay! I'm on a roll.
So Death 13's user is a baby.
Okay, when you said that, I imagined this. I imagined my baby niece and this thing behind it, and the baby niece just like having the most evil smile ever.
And this baby is a genius, by the way. So Death 13's ability is that when you fall asleep, he's basically Freddy Krueger. He will haunt you in your nightmares, and if he kills you in your dreams, you'll die in real life.
That's really cool.
So when a stand user is asleep and is under the effect of Death 13, they can't activate their stand at all, so they're completely defenseless. And the only way they can activate their ability, their stand, is if they fell asleep with the stand activated.
One other thing before we move on, you mentioning that baby reminds me of that Jimmy Neutron episode where their one baby was all like, "You never thought a baby could be smarter than you? I'm smarter, and I'm only something months old."
There is actually a line like that in the show. where the baby's bragging about how smart it is. Another thing that's interesting is that if death for a teen doesn't kill you by the time you wake up, you won't actually remember anything from that night, so it completely wipes your memory too from when you fell asleep. So
I think this one might be my favorite so far, and they just sound so cool.
yeah. Unfortunately, it only appears for the one episode that it's in, and then
No.
it's done with. So this is the next one. Trusting you're looking away from the screen. This is the next one. Gator, who is this?
Okay, real quick, I just gotta say, I accidentally didn't look away from the screen, and on my end, it only shows the Discord noting thing, so I don't think it shows the name or anything like that.
Okay, because I was a little worried because it was showing the name of the pictures when I was sending them. So because I can't change the name. So
Hmm. It kind of looks like a fluffy cloud.
it
Okay.
does.
Um, Cream is my first thought. That's not it though. Probably not Osiris or Horus. Uh, Sethan. No. Anubis. No. Judgment. No. Cream. Final answer. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Cream. Yes. That one. Final answer. Cream. That's the one.
So unfortunately, this is not Cream.
No.
This is Judgment.
Okay, so Justice was like a big scary skeleton person, and this thing looks like a fluffy cloud. Where's that space station? What is this thing?
It's kind of a robot that grants wishes.
Okay.
So that's not really. So what it does is that it pretends to be a genie in a lamp, um, kind of like in Aladdin, and it can morph sand into things. Wait, no, not sand. Wait, hold on. I actually gotta look up. Dirt. It can morph dirt. It can morph dirt into things.
So it's an earthbender.
Yeah, it can turn dirt into things like gold coins and even people.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Guess what's inside it?
And there's this really funny part where the guy who finds it, he actually believes that this is a genie after granting his wish for money
Hmm.
by turning some dirt into gold. And he's literally like,
I do have a wish. I want to be a comic artist! That was always my dream back when I was a kid. And don't make me some pathetic one either. I want to be bigger than Disney. In fact, someday I'm going to build my own Polnareff land. You know what? Scratch that idea. Just give me a second to think.
and then Judgment just has this face of, really? Did you really just make that wish? It's really funny. I call that the Judgment face because it just looks like he's judging him.
Okay.
All right.
With that line of thought, this makes a lot more sense.
All right, Gator, who is this?
Ew, this one's creepy. High priestess. No. Yeah. No. Yes. High priestess.
Correct. This is High Priestess. Funny thing about this one is that you actually never get to see the user of High Priestess because so this is a long range stand, meaning that the user can be as far away as they want, and the user for this so the stand ability is that the stand can control and morph minerals. So the stand user is female. She traps our main characters underwater in a giant head, basically made out of minerals inside its mouth, right? And its teeth are made out of diamond. So one of the characters uses their ability to punch out all the teeth. And in this universe, any damage done to a stand is reflected onto their user. So the main character sees the user and it goes up to her and he screams because she has no teeth anymore. They're all gone. So you actually never get to see her because she doesn't have any teeth anymore. It's pretty funny.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. All right, and with that, we are done with the tarot cards, actually. So we are moving on to the Egyptian gods.
All right.
And I'm going to show you this image because it's funny. All right, Gator, who is this?
What am I even looking at right here?
It's a hand made out of water.
My first thought was it looked like a blot from Epic Mickey or something like that. Alright. You say Egyptian gods. So, probably not cream. Something. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Definitely not. Alright. I've made my decision. It's Satan. And that's that.
It is not Sephan.
Darn it.
This is Geb.
Geb.
Yep.
That's a fun name. Geb.
So, what?
Geb.
So Geb is basically it's a hand made out of water, and its user is a blind guy. So what he does is that this is another long range stand. And what he does is that he sits far away from everybody, and he uses like this stick with like a pipe on it, and he uses it to listen to the ground so that he can direct his stand on where it needs to go.
That's pretty cool.
This is actually when they introduce the Fool, because it's a dog and it can smell out fiends. The user is a dog. And it can smell out fiends from far away. But the thing about the dog, its name is Iggy. So the thing about Iggy is that he's extremely lazy. So even though he knows that the enemy is there, he doesn't do anything about it. He just mainly spends the whole episode sleeping. So the main character literally has to grab Iggy and throw him so that he does something. It's really funny.
Geb.
So you're gonna be confused about this next one, and let me tell you, this next one has no physical form, so this is the best picture I could get. So Gator, who is this?
Freddy Cougar.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Geb.
Geb is a funny name now that I think about it.
My track record throughout this episode. I'm gonna say Sethin because that's one that I guessed last time, and that's usually been what happens.
Unfortunately, this is not Sephan.
Can I try again?
This is okay.
Geb. I'm sorry, I just like that name.
It's okay.
Okay, who is this?
This is the one whose name I cannot pronounce. This is Khnum, or Knum. I don't know how to pronounce this one.
I'll Google it while you describe things about it or something like that.
So this character has no physical form. I mean, the stand has no physical form. Basically, its user, whose name is Oingo, in the Japanese anime, I forget what they localized it to because yeah. So its name is Oingo, and basically his ability allows him to change his face into anybody he wants.
Num.
And not just that, but also his height and smell. So yeah.
Thanks to the Googles, I found that the name is pronounced Num.
No. Okay.
Something like that.
So yeah. What'd you say?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So Gator, here's our next stand. What is it?
What the hell?
What's its name?
Oingo Boingo?
That's not its name.
Huh? Oingo Boingo. Okay.
That's not its name. was waiting to get to this one because I knew.
Why is it called? It might not be the name, but why is it called Oingo Boingo? It sounds like a really terrible Nick Jr. show.
I'll tell you why when you guess the name.
Okay. My first thought is Atom. That's not going to be it, though. Not Anubis, not Horus, not Osiris. Probably not Tenorsex. Just limiting down what possibilities and things like that. I'm gonna go with. I want to say Sethan, but no. It could be Toth. Could be Toth. It's either that or Adam. I'm gonna say
Which
Adam.
one's your? You would have been right if you would have said Toph.
Dang it!
This is Toph. So, why is it called Oingo Boingo, you ask? Why does it have the words Oingo Boingo Brothers Adventure?
Please elaborate.
So, the guy who has Num, his name is Oingo. And the kid who has Toph, his name is Boingo. They are named after the band Oingo Boingo. And so Toph is a manga that predicts the near future. And its predictions are basically based off of the adventures of these two brothers, Oingo and Boingo. So it is a manga that predicts the near future. So the thing about this is that you have to follow its prediction to the absolute mark. If you don't follow its prediction, it will bite you in the ass really badly. And what I mean by that is that one prediction was that they were going to kill the main characters with a bomb that was disguised as an orange. So Num disguised himself as one of the main character because reasons. And since he tried to get rid of the orange bomb because he didn't want it to blow up in his face, and because he tried to do that, the bomb actually did end up blowing up in his face because he was not following the prediction.
So it's a manipulative book.
No, you just have to follow the fate that it gives you.
That's not really fate.
This Toph and Emperor actually appear together in another episode. So Emperor and Toph are two main villain stands that appear more than just once. So they actually appear together after that. So yeah.